Royal Highlands has been live for a few days now, and I'm bringing you 10 of my favorite features that they've introduced through this new expansion. Number 3 may surprise you. So obviously we all know my number 1 is going to be mounts. Mounts has a huge feature of this expansion, and it has just expanded our coziness and expanded the depth of our travel and movement abilities within this game. Now, the mounts in the Royal Highlands are a very cozy, very realistic feeling riding experience, and that is something that the developers have mentioned that they've been working on. If you've watched some of the previous videos that they've released, you can actually see them tweaking the speed to make it feel realistic for the world, and I kind of like that. It's not just a faster movement speed, it's not just a tack on ability, it is actually another feature of the game and another movement style as far as just an increase in movement speed. It is very handy and it is useful, but it is realistic feeling, and it can kind of give you that atmospheric vibe while you're playing, as instead of just, running around faster or moving a little faster. Instead of just making the world feel smaller, it actually makes the world feel real and alive, and it feels good. Your mounts, you're able to breed and change colors in your ranching, which is so good, as well as have stats that boost or increase or decrease both your stamina, your speed, and your handling abilities. So it's just, and then some of them will stack as well. So you could have a speed increase and a handling increase, but kill your stamina. Hey, it is super versatile. There's a lot of different colorings and styles that can stack on top of each other as well. It is a very, very, very good mount system for a starting point for a game that, is still in its early access phases. It is a very good system. It feels good. It's got the instant summon I was asking for, so it doesn't feel like Disney Dreamlight Valley, like you're having to climb on top of your mount. So it feels good to jump on it, but then the riding itself feels like more of a skill than it is just a faster speed. Like, it is actually something that you have to learn and something you have to kind of figure out the controls to, but it feels good once you get it kind of locked down. As well, they have those little stamina balls that help you collect stamina so you can max out your horse speed even better. Keeps you running longer as long as you keep hitting those little stamina dots or whatever that are across the map. It is just such a good feeling mounting system. Secondly is the third story home option. So even from the beginning, we were limited to the larger Harvest home, which allows you to have a second story, and yes, some people, me included, built an attic in that upper area where the roof is, and kind of manually built an attic. But third story housing is a new feature for Palia. Unless you built your house by hand manually or hobbled it together with builder's blocks, this is the first instance of an actual third tier on a home, and it is beautiful. I love the new housing style they've introduced with the old ancient human style, and it's just so good to be able to build up to a third story. I'm so excited to build with it once I get done exploring the actual Royal Highlands, which is what I'm kind of working on now. Third, this one you may not be aware of if you haven't been paying attention. It actually took me a minute to notice it. When you're fishing, your little bobber that you're aiming with, when you're holding back your rod and aiming, if you mouse over the actual fishing spot, it changes color. It identifies that you're actually going to hit the actual star spot. So if you're just out there fishing, you won't notice the change. But if you're aiming for those star spots, you'll actually see a change in your indicator that notifies you that you're actually going to hit that spot. This is ideal because out before in the world, you could get really close to a spot, but just miss it. And it might look like you were going to hit it, but you could not tell that you were actually going to hit it or you were going to miss it until you pulled your fish in and realized, oh, you weren't actually in the spot. Now you have an indicator on exactly where your fishing bobber is going to land, and whether or not you're going to hit that star spot or miss it. It is golden. It is so good, and it is such a minor feature that wasn't even really announced that well. That is just, it is one of those golden little secrets that they just implemented and didn't even really mention that heavily, and it is just so good. It's so helpful. Next are the campfires on the map. This was a new feature introduced with the expansion. It kind of leans into the exploration aspect. The campfires on the map change daily, and there are 2 locations on the map wherever. The cool thing is when you discover the campfire and you loot the campfire, it marks it on your map from that point forward. So if on Tuesday that spawns 2 locations, and on Thursday those are the same 2 locations that you already looted, on Thursday you will see them marked on your map. Now on Friday, if those locations are ones you haven't discovered, they won't be marked on your map. So there are a set number of campfire locations. Once you discover them all, you can just easily go visit them because they will be marked on your map from that point forward. Nice and easy. Go get your chop pile, go cook some food on the campfire, let somebody else take it. It is just, it's so handy. Being able to cook on the campfire and have somebody like come up and get it because you just want to be nice and leave food there for somebody. It is just so cozy and so community focused. It is really, really, really cool idea. There are also campfires in Kilima and Bahari that I've been told do the same feature, whereas you can cook on them now, whereas you couldn't before. It is so cool. There are also campfire recipes that are found in backpacks at those campsites, which is just even better. So that's a new way to release new recipes to you for the campfire system through the discoverability at the actual campfires. It is just the whole essence of that system that they introduced. It's a minor thing, but it's like they thought through beginning to end of that whole little feature and said, how do we maximize and make the most out of this? And it is just, it's super cool. It's a minor thing, but it is super, super cool. Next, one thing that Palia is doing is they are expanding the rewards for exploration. So previously we had treasure chests, and those are nice, but this expansion is expanding that even more. Elderwood added the locatable furniture with Benny requesting the essence. And that was another feature that enabled exploration, as well as the little flowers you had to find around and turn into the altars or whatever, the shrines. Those are good features for exploration. This one added vaults. It's a different type of treasure chest, which is super cool, as well as the aristocrat set, which is just everywhere. So those vaults require the masks that you have to get from hunting. So it's just like these systems are feeding into each other, and it's rewarding exploration and just getting out there and enjoying the game. When I first started streaming the game on the first day, I just wanted to ride and explore the map. It was fun. I didn't feel that same way in Elderwood. I had a little bit of it, but with this expansion and the horses and the exploration rewards, it's just been on a whole nother level as atmospheric development as far as the game goes. And I'm all for it. Next is the clothing dyeing system. We now have the ability to dye our clothes. I have noticed that not every clothing set is dyeable. There are a couple ones there that aren't marked as dyeable, but the vast majority of them are dyeable from what I can tell. And it is just so good. Being able to set up a palette and decorate your colors as how you like it's just awesome. Before, I would choose my outfits based on the color theme I liked, because I've fallen in love with the frogs in Palia, and typically I like to go with a green theme. Whereas initially I was doing sort of a red thing with like my hair and stuff. Now I'm going with like a green color for the frogs. So I'm kind of like doing a suit with like a green color and a black color kind of thing. Kind of like mix of professional and fun, you know? But with this new clothing system, it's been opened up my options. Like stuff I would never have worn before might work now because I can dye it to a matchable color to another piece that I like from another set. Whereas before you had super limited options, you were not able to mix and match as well. So I'm super excited about this new palette system and the way you can dye your clothes. It is just, it's a game changer for sure. Next, this might seem like a minor feature, but this is something I was begging for, and they added it, and I'm super happy. Previously, with your hair dye and your makeup dye, when you were buying them on the shop, you had to buy each individual piece of that palette one by one. So one daily ticket, one piece of the palette, all the way through 25 before you unlock the full palette. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. It was annoying, and I got way too many daily tickets to bother going down and spending on all these palettes. But this new system lets you buy palettes in full, which is what I was requesting in a previous video when I was mentioning it. I really wanted to be able to buy the entire palette for 25 tickets. Boom, done. Let me just buy the whole thing and clear. And they added that, and it is so good. This is something I've been mentioning fairly frequently on streams and stuff, because it's something I've been dying to have access to. And it is so good. Just the ability to buy in bulk is just, it feels so good. I'm so excited for that. Next, there's an improvement on the Elderwood Essence system. So the Royal Highlands has a similar system to the Elderwood as far as collecting essence, and they call it Amber on this side, but they have improved on it to 1,000,000% in my opinion by making it tied to every activity. So instead of having people run around Elderwood fighting each other for the corrupted essence spots and, just tracking those down and boom, 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 now you're rewarded royal essence, the royal amber for everything you do. It doesn't matter what you do in Royal Highlands. If you do it with a group with the buffs, you get bonus. And it doesn't matter what you do. You can bug hunt, you can fish, you can chop down trees, you can mine. No matter what you're doing, you're collecting that amber. Before, mining didn't give you amber. You had to hunt down specific fishing spots, specific trees, specific bugs. And if other people were hunting it down too, then you were out of luck, because they're gathering them and you're trying to gather them. And if your group's fighting their group, now it doesn't matter what you do. As long as you're doing something, collecting something, you're gathering that amber as well. So to me, it's an improvement on the Elderwood Essence system in a way that it rewards you for playing in the Royal Highlands, no matter what you decide to do. You don't have to focus your gameplay on specific things. Just get out there, enjoy the Royal Highlands, and the amber will come. Next, this one I wasn't too thrilled with at first, but it actually is kind of growing on me. Amber locked creatures. So the trees and the mines and stuff is whatever. It's an additional feature that makes the world feel alive and kind of gives it some depth, I guess. But the amber locked creatures is an interesting thing. So if you're hunting as a group, if you're hunting bugs or animals as a group, the amber locked creatures could lock things in place that before might run away from you if you didn't see it. So it doesn't work for every bug and every creature. But if you're hunting with your friends or you're bug catching with your friends and you happen to see a rare bug trapped in amber, you have a moment to pause, take an evaluation of how you're going to tackle it, and then release it from the amber before you go. So it's kind of a small thing, but it is kind of interesting, giving you the option to strategize a little bit when it comes to the hunting the mass creatures or whatever, or if you're going to catch a rare bug or something, it gives you a chance to breathe and grab a different arrow or a different bug bag depending on what you're doing, and evaluate the situation before you jump in. Now obviously the regular system's still out there normally, but every now and then if you find that rare bug hidden at amber, it just gives you a chance to take a moment and evaluate before you dive in. And it's kind of cool. It's a small thing, but it's kind of cool. So the last one is the diversity and volume of forageables. So the Royal Highlands has kind of taken what the Elderwood did with Pallium and expanded that to forageables. Previously, Pallium was only available as a rare spawn in Bahari Bay, and it made it difficult to do most things because you had to grind and really fight to get that Pallium you needed. Now, the Royal Highlands has expanded upon that with forageables. Some of the rare forageables from Bahari Bay and from Kilima are now available scattered, and Elderwood actually are available scattered throughout the Royal Highlands. So while you're hunting and gathering and doing all that in the Royal Highlands, you're getting materials that were previously available at other locations, but it seems like there's an abundance of them here compared to previously. For instance, there's a lot of gold and a lot of iron showing up interspersed between the jadium ores, and I kind of like this idea. So it gives them a chance to like make the world feel alive and fill us with a lot more mining nodes, but at the same time not overload us on the new stuff. So you don't want to overload us on the new stuff. You don't want to make the new recipes super expensive, but you can now intersperse the forageables and the ores and the trees from the other areas into this area and give it more diversity and more of an alive feeling and an abundance feeling, while at the same time keeping your level of rarity for your materials for the Royal Highlands area specifically. So the abundance and the diversity of the forageables and the mining nodes and the trees and everything in this area just makes it feel really, really good, as well as not overloading you because these are typically available from another area. So it's not like you're overloading on a lot of the new stuff. It's a good balance, and I kind of like the way they're doing it. I think it's really, really good. It feels rewarding, and it makes it feel less repetitive, and it also doesn't make the world feel empty because the new Royal Highlands area is huge, and you need to fill it with forageables, but you don't want to like stuff a bunch of the new stuff in there and then make it so common that no one really cares, you know? So it's a really good feeling, and it's super, super nice. So these quality of life improvements, these features, whatever you want to call them, these are new things added or changes made or things they've iterated on from the previous expansions that just makes the Royal Highlands, to me, one of the better improvements that they've made to this game in a long time. I loved Elderwood, but this expansion feels like it took Elderwood and went above and beyond. It iterated on old systems. It improved things as well. It implemented new features that make the world feel alive and feel flush and feel diverse and feel full. And it just, to me, it's just, I'm enjoying it so much. I just spend time riding the coast or riding up and down the thing and just looking for stuff, looking at stuff, exploring, looking for things. It's just so, so good, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute of it, and I can't wait to dig even more into it when I get into the housing system and start building my ancient human home. But hopefully this video helped you. Some of these tips you probably weren't even aware of. The fishing indicator one caught me off guard because I wasn't paying attention at first, and then all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, 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 my fishing indicator is changing color. So that one is super, super cool. That one was kind of a surprise, but there's a mixture of stuff in here, both features and updates and even kind of fixes to old systems and stuff that I just really, really love. So I hope you guys love it as well. Let me know what some of your favorite features are down in the comments below. I'm curious to see what you guys are really enjoying. I really enjoy the horses. Obviously, the horses are just an easy win. It just feels good riding them. But I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I hope you guys have an amazing day and an even better cup of coffee. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Why did the coffee taste like dirt? Because it was grounded. Have an amazing day and an even better cup of coffee. See you guys next time. Thank you to all my YouTube members for your amazing support. It truly means the world and helps us keep this channel going. I really do appreciate it.